Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Alicia. In today's video, I'm going to be doing an eye tutorial with a palette that's older to my collection. It's one that I've never used, but it is an older palette that I got in like a BoxyCharm, so I figured there's a lot of other people out there that probably have this as well. So this is from Natasha Denona, and it is the Ayana palette. Now this is one of her full-size 5-pan palettes. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a swatch of all these colors. All right, I've got nothing on my hand. Oh my, that swatched just like butter. That's gorgeous. And I like that you have a cooler tone option here as well. And then we've got this shade. And here are the shades in this palette. I really like that you have warmer tone, well, I wouldn't even say warmer, I would say more like neutral rosy toned options, as well as like the super cool tone gray. This is what I'm going to be going for today, and I'm going to go ahead and pull you guys in so we can get started. To start off, I'm going to take a big fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to go into this brown here, the more cool toned brown. Oh, and it's called crease, and I'm going to be putting it in the crease, so good naming there. As usual, I'm going to do one eye on camera, one eye off of camera, but I do love the cool toned undertone to this. So nice. And if you're familiar with Natasha Denona eyeshadows, they are so easy to work with. They really just kind of blend themselves. The mattes especially are so freaking creamy. If you have not tried her palettes, I would recommend getting one of her little, I think they're 5-pan, but they're mini palettes like this, and they're $25. They are the same quality as in her full-size eyeshadow palettes, in my opinion. I've got minis, I've got full-size, I've got some of her little $65 palettes as well. And the quality of those $25 eyeshadow palettes is really, really good. Stands up with any of her other palettes. And that way you would be able to test out the brand. And then this is just going to be a super simple smoky look. Now I'm going to take a little flat brush. This one is from Morphe, and it is a little bit fluffier. Any little flat brush will do. And I'm going to go into this deepest, darkest shade in this palette, and it's called Lash Line, but you can put it anywhere. Obviously, there are no rules to makeup. That's why I love makeup. So I can just get to play in color every day. All right, so I'm going to pack this right on the outer corner of the lid over here. I'm going to go back in for a little bit more. And I like to do a tapping motion at first, just to really deposit the color where I want it. And then I will start to work to blend that out. You can even like flip your brush around. That way you can get into this crease and really like press and kind of drag this color up a little bit. Now this is a sensitive area around the eye, so I'm never applying a lot of pressure. I'm barely touching. You definitely do not want to be pulling on that sensitive eye area. All right, now I'm going to flip my brush back over, and I'm really, kind of happy with that intensity there. I'm going to go back into that first blending brush that we used. I've got no product on here, and I'm just going to kind of blend over these colors just to kind of marry everything together. Just helps to soften it and blend. And what I typically like to do is use like windshield wiper motions, and then I will also do like little tiny circles. Kind of a mix of the two, and that really helps to just kind of diffuse and blend. All right, and now I am so excited to go into this shade. Right time I saw this palette, I knew this was the first look I wanted to do. I'm going to go into this shade, and it's actually called a Glam Green. You guys know I love my green shadows, but this, it looks more gray to me, more like a taupey type of a gray, but they call it green. I mean, I guess I could kind of see that. But I'm just going to kind of tap this all over the lid. All right, now where these two shades come together right here, I'm taking a clean finger and I'm just kind of like patting back and forth where those colors meet, just to kind of help blend. Now some of that shimmer is going to come over to the matte. That's completely fine. The darkness will peek through. And if you want to enhance any of that, you could go back into that darkest color brush that you used. I have no product on here, unless there's like residue from where I used it before. And I'm just tapping over this edge again. And it'll just kind of help to deepen it back up a little bit without being too much. So a lot of times if you go back into the product, it will just be too much because again, these shades are very pigmented. But that is going to be it there. I mean, super simple, and I feel like it looks really put together and kind of glam, honestly. All right, I'm gonna go back in with a super, super tiny little blending brush. I'm gonna go back into this brown shade. And right where that green comes into the crease right here, I'm just gonna deepen this crease shade up. All right, and then you're gonna take your makeup wipe. I wiped my swatches off with some of this, so I'm just finding a clean part. And you're just gonna fold that in half and sharpen up that outer corner. All right, that is it. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye, put on my base makeup, and then we'll be back for the lower lash line and final look. All right, I'm back. I've got on most of my makeup, and now we're gonna go ahead and finish up the lower lash line. So I'm gonna take a little pencil brush, and I'm gonna go back into this brown shade here that we used. I'm gonna put this all on the lower lash line. After your makeup is done, you're definitely gonna wanna make sure you are tapping off your brushes, just so you don't have a bunch of excess fall down on your cheek. Okay, and then I think I might deepen it up just a hair more. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with a little tiny smudger brush. This one happens to be from Morphe, and I'm gonna go into that deepest, darkest brown shade that we used again, tapping that off. And with this, I'm gonna put this under the lashes. I'm gonna get it as close as I can to the lash line and just smudge this out on this outer third over here, and I'm connecting it up to the top. So that's one, you know, seamless kind of color. And I'm really smoking this out over here, just to add a little bit of definition. It's really gonna lift the eye. All right, and for a finishing touch, under my brow bone here, I used the highlighter that I used today, which is actually from Becca. It's the color Opal. I'm not sure if this is one of the products that Smashbox started selling. I know they started selling some of Becca's products because, you know, as you know, Becca did go away essentially. But yeah, Smashbox started selling a few of the products that were famous from Becca. I'm not sure if this was one of them, but if so, I'll have it linked down below. All the products that I used in today's video, I will have linked down below. But it is such a gorgeous highlighter. This is one of my favorite highlighters of all time. I had some minis of this, and when I heard that Becca was going away, I bought this full size. All right, but that's it. I'm gonna finish up the other eye, throw on some mascara, blush, lipstick, and then we'll be back for the final look. All right, so this is the final makeup look. I really, really like the look that we created. Now, final thoughts on this palette. It is, or it was, a pricey one. I couldn't find this on sale at Sephora anymore, but I'll have it linked down below, a few different places that you can buy it from. The price right now is actually really good. This did used to be, I think, like $48 for 5 different shades. So it definitely was a pricey palette. Now, having said that, at the price these days, I think I found a few like around 20 bucks. That's not a bad price for this palette. You're getting 5 you're getting 5 super blendable, easy to work with shades. Now, having said that, you're not going to get anything crazy with this palette, obviously, as far as looks are concerned. You're going to get a cool smoky eye, a warm smoky eye, or you could do like an all matte type of smoky eye look, or just a very neutral look with these 2 shades. But that's basically all you're getting with this. However, having said that, smoky eyes are one of the trickiest to create, and the quality of these eyeshadows are so easy to work with that it makes it super quick and like convenient to do one. I will say too that I really like this color that we have on the lid. Like, it's a gray, but I mean, I call it a green. I could definitely see it. This is a very unique shade. I don't know if I have anything else like this in particular in my collection, maybe close, but definitely I don't think I have anything like this specifically. So this is a unique shade to my eyeshadow collection, and I do love colors like this. Doing a matte smoky look with this on the lid, this in the crease and outer corner and lash line, I think that would be so pretty. You could do like a very neutral look with just these 2 shades. But yeah, cool smoky eye, brown smoky eye. I mean, there are several just like staple looks you could go to for this palette. So even with it only being 5 shades, I do feel like you've got a few different looks to go with in that. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.